Happy birthdays as well. You always find the latest courtyard permanent solution. Out of the box.
Hello and welcome to Radio Waves by Todderbert. If you enjoy reviews, comparisons, band scans of new and classic portable radios, then make sure to subscribe and tap the bell icon so you don't miss any of my most awesome videos. In front of us is the Tecsun PL-330 and C.Crane's Twin Coil Ferrite antenna system. With the setup, I'm going to perform a daytime medium wave band scan. First we'll look at the radio, and second we'll look at the antenna system. So first, the PL-330. This is a great entry-level single sideband radio you can find for around $79.99 on Amazon. I'll have links down below. If you do not own this radio and you're really interested in it, just go ahead and pick it up. You're going to find that it's very interesting. It does quite a bit. So we'll look at some quick features. We have an external input jack for FM shortwave and medium wave, which can be set with the firmware, and I'll show you how to do that. FM stereo headphone listening. We have a DC input of 5 volts for your micro USB to charge the internal BL5C battery. Speaker sounds really good. You get to hear that. Time button, alarm set button, display changes the little display function up here on most Tecsun radios. Power sleep function, step button, ETM button. Of course, your numeric keypad. You can change stepping on medium wave, auto sorting memories. You got 850 of them, which is great. You can browse frequency, browse presets, AM bandwidth, single sideband mode, and synchronous detection. Synchronous detection does work on this radio, but mainly in the evening. And we got our band select keys. You can do ATS functions off of there as well. Lower sideband, upper sideband. And then over here we have your tuning knob, volume knob, and we have our antenna here on the back for FM and shortwave. Our BL5C is behind there, and there's our frequency coverages. It covers everything. So again, it's a great radio to pick up if you're getting into the hobby, or you're in the hobby and you want a bit better radio. Go ahead and just pick one up. You'll love it. Absolutely. It's one of the Texans I love, and you're gonna like how this works with this Twin Coil Ferrite. It's a neat setup. The antenna system by C.Crane, I believe it's around $119. I don't know if it's gone up with inflation. It may have. I don't know if they sell it on Amazon, but you can get it right from their website as well. So interesting thing is you can go mobile with this. You can go outside, which is great because it's battery powered as an option. It has a 9-volt battery, or it has a DC input here of 9 volts on the back side of the control box. And then it has the wire leading from the Ferrite antenna system to the box. And then you have a single wire out to direct connect to radios or to a feeder bar if you don't have a direct connection. This one here is a simple TS connection, 3.5 millimeter. There you go. This will work with this radio. It's a simple audio patch cable that you can buy from like a music store. That's what I did. So yeah, this is our 200 millimeter ferrite element housed in a waterproof housing, and you can even further waterproof it with silicone. They tell you how to do that. I think you can even add earth ground if you have noise. So there you go. I like this setup. It's nice. Now I'm going to end up moving this out of the way. Actually, I'm going to do that right now. I have a box set up to the left over here, just so we can get it away from the radio. It's always good to have a distance of at least 2.5 to 3 feet away from the radio you're trying to tune. So there we go. Now what we're going to do is hook this up. Before we do that though, we're going to demo this. So we're going to turn the radio on. And you can see it says medium wave here, our frequency, our signal strength to signal noise ratio. We'll be looking at that as we tune with this. This gives us an indicator we're on frequency because you have to manually adjust this every time, pretty much as you go up the band. So we'll go to our first station, 540 WAUK. I have to turn the radio to aim the internal antenna to the station, to the north. This is Jackson, Wisconsin. Yeah, I think it's like 50 miles away. Kind of weak output. So I'll turn it back. Now, if I hook up the internal, or the medium wave antenna here, I'm going to show you how this works. Plug this in. Medium wave still working here. Doesn't disengage anything. Turn this on. No change in numbers. As you can see, nothing. So what you have to do is while the radio's on and while you're on the medium wave band, press and hold 3. This will disengage the internal antenna and now use the external antenna jack. CH-5 will display telling you now you're using the box. If I tune this, I should now have control. I think I may have to do a reset. So let's go ahead and just turn that off, turn this back on. Okay. Aim my antenna. There we go. So now the numbers are much higher.
Believe it or not, Sandy and I didn't come into the world as a couple of old goats.
So there you go. Big difference in the signal strength there. And you can fine tune. It's got a coarse tune bottom knob and a fine tune top knob. So I'm going to set this down. And we're going to zoom in. Neat thing is I don't have to turn the radio. You'll just see me tuning. So let's go ahead and have some fun.
How did they work that through? And when they made the decision,
real big boost there. Got it right on frequency. Fine tune.
They said he's the only one that can defeat Donald Trump. I remember distinctly when they said this is the reason we're going with Joe, because we don't think any of these other people.
Okay, so we'll keep tuning.
Has a snow. On Thompson at 4 on AM 560. The answer.
So I just adjusted the Twin Coil Ferrite, aiming at northeast, or sorry, northwest, southeast. This is 560 WIND, Chicago, Illinois. So you can change the local time, 9:33 a.m. I think I mentioned Central Daylight Time. I'm near Chicago. It's about 4.5 hours after sunrise.
Supporters are turning on him.
In the ReliefFactor.com studios, here's Mike.
There's some breaking
The number's pretty high, just adjusting this.
Talk about this is like passing gas in an elevator, but I'll share it with you.
Nice.
Well, we have some people talking about oil. Of course, Michelle emails, if we want to extract ourselves from the Middle East, we need to get off fossil fuels. Until then, we will be forever beholden to terrorists and dictators. Biden is trying to relieve the economic pressures of the fuel shortage.
So here's 580 WIL, Urbana, Illinois. This is 150 miles south. I have the antenna aimed to the south. If I move it this way, you can see the signal drops. So that's what I'm doing. I'm turning this like this off camera. It's pretty cool.
Chris Mohammed's also intent on trying to move Saudi Arabia away from petrochemical dependence. And
This is 590 WKZO, Kalamazoo, Michigan, about 140 miles to the east. Let me aim my twin coil to the east.
And prices peak out and start to trend downwards through the rest of the year. So we're seeing that play out. And as long as we don't have any supply disruption issues, I think it will be okay.
Who was the president of monitoring last week when he talked about price setting? Was he talking about the people that run the service stations? Or was he talking about the people who sell the oil to begin with?
I would hope they're smart enough not to blame it on the little guy.
Yeah.
Some people certainly looked at it that way. I did at first. As I looked at it, I went, come on, this is all
inauthentic to me that I would go into the Iowa State Fair.
So here's 600 WMT, Cedar Rapids, Iowa, 175 miles to the west.
It is an appropriate dress code. Your thoughts on the American Copper and Accessories text line, 515-989-1040. What do you think about that? Should I, if I go into the governor, well, I am going into the Governor's Charity Steer Show to defend my title. Should I wear a cowboy hat, even though I don't?
It started clearing out past that.
620.
Like a 3-hour trip top.
This is WTMJ, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
So I mentioned
It's
I got
52 miles to the north.
all the road construction.
I'm going to turn the antenna.
Nothing's coordinated. Like, I understand there's like city projects, county projects, state projects.
Okay.
But it doesn't seem like they work together. So wherever you go, it's orange barrel construction season, right? And I get that. But it's like there's no, like, seems like there's an overseeing plan about.
So not bad. Let's have a little fun. Let's just press 3. Go to the internal antenna. I'm going to power it down. We're going to unplug this. And then we're just going to aim the radio to the north so you can see the difference. So we are getting a boost.
Sorry, it cannot happen.
I think that
You know, and this is cliche, but I don't see how you can get around it. I mean, we have such a...
There you go. This is pretty cool. So we'll hook this back up. Turn radio back on.
Around now. I mean, they're always doing something.
Some of it. Well, have you gone up northbound 43 lately?
I've seen that, yeah. Well, that's a major project.
Well,
That's a
Back
big
in the
project.
50s. Nice.
Okay, fine. But they have that ripped up.
Which can be anywhere between 3.5 and 20% of the purchase price. Set your budget before you start your search. You need to know what's in your price range, and you don't want to fall in love with a house that you can't afford. You can find mortgage rate calculators with a quick Google search to help determine your budget. Finally,
Those are good numbers, by the way. 40s and 20s. Yeah, that's pretty amazing. 640 WMFN, Peatone, Illinois.
You'll need to provide information like your monthly pay stubs and the amount of debt you have, so you can get an official letter from the lender that you're ready.
Or PatrickCars.com today.
That's the Patrick Promise!
In this market, you'll find Fisher Investments is different than other money managers.
Different how? Aren't we all just looking for the hottest stocks?
Nope. We use diversified strategies to position our clients' portfolios for their long-term goals.
You don't just provide cookie-cutter portfolios?
As you can see, this station here in the 70s. This is 670 The Score, home of the Cubs, WSCR, Chicago. Yeah, it's a super strong station.
Commission-based products? We're a fiduciary, the highest standard of care for a financial advisor. It means we're obligated to act in our client's best interest.
I'm not sure if we'll be able to pick this up. This is Cincinnati, Ohio, WLW, 300 miles to the east. Sometimes I can get it during the day. Aiming Twin Coil. We'll see if we can't get it. You can just hear some voices. That's pretty cool. Okay, next station. That was neat. We got a little bit of something there.
So certainly I would try to stay as protected as you can right now, just because of the incidence of what we're seeing.
But will it be okay to have a booster again that close to the booster you may get in the next few weeks?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. And it really is going to be, it'll be fine. You know, an extra booster is not going to hurt anybody. It's going to be, will you need one? Because I think what we're seeing right now, Bob, is if you look at how many people are getting BA5 right now, they're going to have some natural immunity for, anywhere 30, 60, 90 days, which is going to push them right up to that vaccine date. So certainly you want to minimize your chance of getting it right now.
So here's 720 WGN Chicago.
Causing you any long-term problems, and then really maximize it.
In the way that you're presenting your needs or concerns to others. As we head out to our break, it's time for our scripture of the day, which comes to
WNDZ, Portage, Indiana.
Bear one another's burdens, and so fulfill the law of Christ.
Amen. St. Paul there, reminding us again of the importance of mutual self-giving in our relationships. Bear one another's burdens, and so fulfill the law of Christ.
I think it's very important to note that, it is bear one another's burdens. It's not bear
Loving
the
the game.
other's burdens.
Cool.
He could have just said...
Okay, here we go. WGR, Detroit, Michigan, 250 miles. I can hear it. Tune it. That's pretty neat. Okay, wait, I go a little quicker.
Windows. Hi, everybody. It's Jeff Joniak. Hey, I know it's vacation season, and your to-do lists are growing by the minute, but find some time and save some money by getting new Window Nation windows. They are here.
WBBM Chicago.
Any style, new Window Nation window, and pay no interest until 2024. Not only is your home going to look great, it's going to feel great, keeping that hot air out and the cold.
Understand what bisexual means. And secondly,
820 WCPT, Willow Springs, Illinois.
What about Nestor?
Raped lesbians should be incubators for straight people's babies? What?
Okay. Yeah, that was WCPT. I don't listen to that. This is pretty cool. This is a weak station, WNOV, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. It's like a 200 watt station, 52 miles north. So you can't get this in. Tuning the bar.
I guess Keith, my fussing is when I look at the world today and you see how decline is happening, you know, and they believe it in everything else, you know, the itchy ear stuff, you know, but, you know, I don't know, Keith. I guess
well, let me read this as
yeah, it's coming in nice. Cool. I'm liking that. Okay, next station. Another distant one. This is East Lansing. We're just picking it up. WKAR, East Lansing, Michigan, 200 miles to the east. And it's just nice because this 200 millimeter ferrite turns this little radio into a super radio. It's amazing.
Sex with men, and of course.
Okay, 890 WLS Chicago, Illinois. This one's pretty easy to get. I'm turning the radio. I'm so used to doing that. I don't have to turn the radio. I turn the antenna. So turn the antenna.
Democrats would welcome them. I know Hunter Biden would. He just moved them into the White House.
High pitch whine coming from the camera.
And
if I hold the antenna.
Gosh. Oh, and then you know we've had.
Away, there we go. Even further away.
I'm
no
sitting
ring.
at a radio station where there's a little pillar at our window that's boarded up
look at that.
shut down. It was looted repeatedly.
That's how you get away from RFIs. You can externally mount this antenna, which is amazing. Now, of course, you can't turn it, but if it's on a few stations you like that you can get, like me, if I aim this southeast, northwest, I can get a ton of stations that way. You can hang this outside and get away from RFI.
When they were waiting for the Roe v. Wade decision of the Supreme Court, businesses boarded up again all over this.
I think we're picking up a Michigan station there.
Sober to not sober ratio is at Vegas wedding. I had bought another ring, and I surprised my wife, so she didn't know. And then we pulled up to the Elvis Chapel, and I said, "Why don't we just go in?" And she goes, "No, let's not go in." As soon as we get in,
so there's the Big Badger, WOKY, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Church and locks the door. She goes, "He thinks we're getting married." I said, "Well, let's just go through it." So he did the whole ceremony, and then I had the ring that I brought with me to Vegas. I just love love. That's all it is.
Collapsed as per the questioning technique that Patrick has espoused. But the crucial question has to do with an extremely, if you can believe his description, deficient person, and why abortion may not be a suitable solution.
So here's 930. This is WBKM's Relevant Radio, Sandwich, Illinois.
And, I mean, with all sincerity, I do believe that I did.
We got music on WFAW, Fort Atkinson, Wisconsin. Yeah, this antenna makes it sound very good. You can sit there and just tune by the numbers here. Yeah, it sounds good. All right, next station. I'm not going to get through the band.
Back to the same reality, and that is
950 WNTD, Chicago.
Become okay.
We're just going to keep tuning without adjusting this.
Innocent person.
That the Biden administration rightly had
WHA, Madison, Wisconsin.
if that happens, that could significantly reduce tensions. But if it does not succeed in reviving that agreement, we can expect more Israeli-Iranian and, in fact, Iranian-American escalation.
Well, I want to mention that yesterday an Iranian senior...
Carmen and Yurko, now weekdays noon to 2 on ESPN 1000.
Hey, it's Yurko. Have you taken my advice and checked out my friends?
So local station WMVP, Chicago, Illinois, ESPN.
They're the industry leaders in Delta-8 THC products. They invented a way to make the first federally legal Delta-8 THC in the world. Delta-8...
the crucifixion. And that...
So Tecsun coined...
Go ahead.
So Lenny.
Yes, I'm listening.
Guess who coined the phrase, what was that phrase that you were talking about? Conspiracy theory, right?
Yeah.
Guess who coined that? That was the CIA.
The CIA coined the phrase conspiracy theory?
Yes.
Why?
You notice the numbers climbing and climbing as I was fine-tuning it. Nice. 1050 WLIP, Kenosha, Wisconsin.
Down from in the...
So in other words...
Why they've been...
Music, there's WHFB, Benton Harbor, Michigan, 100 miles to the east.
Scholarship for volleyball, but she turned it down because she didn't want to go to school anymore. And then I had to tell him that my
1070 WTSO, Madison, Wisconsin.
8th grade baseball, and that was it. And so I had
pozwolenie na noszenie broni, ma przy sobie broń, że nie ma pozwolenia na noszenie broni, zresztą sobie powiem dlaczego nie ma. Ma przy sobie broń, staje w obronie tych zaatakowanych Bogu ducha winnych ludzi i odstrzeliwuje śmiertelnie tego psychopatę.
1080 WNWI, Oak Lawn, Illinois.
Zaatakował tych będących tam.
Going quicker.
Me propuse en este verano tan caliente, cuando salga a la calle, miro un indigente caminando, quiero preguntarle, ¿quieres algo de comer? Porque a veces quieren dinero. Y si me dice sí, pues regresarme y comprarle un vaso grande.
Yeah, that's nice. WXCS, Chicago.
Other courses, the Fairways puts the emphasis on fun, enjoyment of the game with friends.
WISN, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Around on their beautiful, perfectly manicured course.
Of temptation is always deceit. The first step is often the least obvious because of the very nature of what it is. We're always given this false impression by the tempter that whatever wrong we do really isn't all that serious. I have played that over and over again with people of God who've gotten in trouble. Well, I never thought there was all that much to it, Pastor. Not that much to it.
Yeah, this is neat. WYLL, Hope for Your Life, Christian Radio, Chicago. Yeah, I'm enjoying this C.Crane with this Tecsun. It sounds good, too, and it's just so cool. This little micro radio is pulling in stations like crazy. It's fun.
You into believing that it's, well, maybe close to the line, but not all that bad. You know?
Get no rest. Don't know how I work all day.
Haven't heard it that good in a long time. The Squirrel, WSQR, Sycamore, Illinois. There's squirrels on my radio and antenna system. Yeah.
I can't hear a sound. Folks talking loud.
Okay, so WRTO, Chicago. So we can't tune it in nice. Got to change my antenna position. Yeah, you can get it kind of coarse tuned and then you can fine tune it and see which way it's going with the numbers. That is such a handy feature to have these display numbers. I'm looking at that lead number there as I turn this, and if it starts falling, I go back the other way. Start to fall, going back the other way. There we go. Nice. WKRS, Waukegan.
To do it, of people who work and
1230 is WCLO, Janesville, Wisconsin.
All right.
you're not going to get rich off of it, but does that mean that...
WSBC, Chicago.
Согласно иудаизму, указывающих
rediscover the magic of travel on the riverboat twilight.
There you go, WEKZ, Monroe, Wisconsin, 60 miles away. Always hard to get. Sounds good. Going quicker.
They thought, well, how about we just start some funds? How about we build a fund?
WBIG, Aurora, Illinois.
China stock market and sell that cheaply.
Got some music on WZTI, Greenfield, Wisconsin. WRDZ, LaGrange, Illinois.
Agencies take action today.
WIBA, Madison, Wisconsin.
WIBA. Or Talking Dolphins on the air. This is Paul Brown inviting you to join Dennis Tiziani, Steve Stricker, Gary D'Amato, and me as we take you inside the ropes of the PGA Tour. Plus, Gary will have the latest golf news from the Badger State and beyond. And
there's a lot of joy that
Very good, too. Now, recently you had some down power lines in the city, and I wonder if you could remind Jim what people should do. When I'm driving down Sycamore Road or DeKalb Avenue and I see a power line down, what should I do at that point?
If they have any concerns, they can call the police department or dispatch center. Sometimes it's also just cable lines.
1360 LBK, DeKalb, Illinois. I'm almost done. I have to cut this short.
Something where it's obvious because maybe you could see a tree burn.
WBEL, South Beloit, Illinois. Okay, can't outrun the music. $1,400 is WRGN, Racine, Wisconsin.
Now is the time for you to start thinking of American Eagle Bank as your bank as well. American Eagle Bank is a locally owned independent bank that is
1410 WRMN, Elgin, Illinois.
greeted by their name and treated with the care and respect that they...
Okay, it was there. Let's keep going.
Now try Babbel for free at Babbel.com. That's BABBEL.com. It's almost always an emergency when you you certainly don't want to have to call them.
1440 is WROK, Rockford, Illinois.
To be done right the first time. FixItForMe23.com will get you a fully insured and bonded contractor that will show up on time. Don't worry about upcharges when you get the best trained workforce.
Got a hint of WRLL, Cicero, Illinois. So here's Iron Country on WGEZ, Beloit, Wisconsin. We got WPJX, Zion, Illinois, Rebel Radio.
But in the digital We are daily being introduced to a multiplicity of new apps on the newest devices. And while the VCY app is not new, ours has been newly updated. The VCY app
WGLB, Port Washington, Wisconsin. WTTN, Watertown, Wisconsin. WCGO, Evanston, Illinois.
Successfully due to intersection improvements. Harley Street from Illinois 60 to Midwestern and use caution due to pavement resurfacing. Grand Avenue from Illinois 131 to Illinois 137.
Here's Traffic Advisory Radio, Lake County, Illinois, and we're almost done.
For more information.
He had a rifle with several magazines of ammunition.
Here's 1640 WSJP, Sussex, Wisconsin.
That's Greenwood Police Chief James Eisen.
He pulled out. He wants to spend time with his wife and newborn son. Corbin Burns is now pulled out as well. Here's more from Craig Council.
WOZN, Madison, Wisconsin.
Prioritizing rest.
And then we got WBON, Chicago. Nice. Okay, cool. There's our band scan with the off. There we go. I love it. It does a nice soft off, which I like. Yeah, the Tecsun PL-330 with the C.Crane antenna system. This works out really nice. Definitely, it costs money. I mean, if you're going to do this, you got to be serious about medium wave. Getting a C.Crane antenna system in itself is a chunk of money, $120 versus a passive loop. But you can do so much with this. I mean, the ability to move it away from the radio, away from RFI is huge. The ability to get a longer cable up to 75 feet is also very, very big. So there it is. Hope you enjoyed the video. Give me a big like, as the best. 2, if you like Tecsun products and C.Crane. Subscribe, bell icon. And 3, comment below what you think about this setup. All right, guys. Take care, and we'll see you in my next video.